Hello, and welcome to the Retrain Back Pain podcast. I'm your host and the creator of Retrain Back Pain, Dinneen Vigiano. Today we're talking about the three core elements of the Retrain Back Pain program. Think is the first core element, eat is the second, and move is the third core element. And so Retrain Back Pain is a holistic, multidisciplinary approach to back pain. You're a whole person, your spine runs through the middle of you, and you want a whole person solution that takes everything into account. And so that's why we have this three-pronged approach using think, eat, and move skills, education, empowerment, and tools. So today we're going to talk about the think element. And it's important. It tends to be not addressed much by the current back pain industry, whether you're going to see a back specialist, an orthopedist, or a surgeon, or you're working with a physical therapist, chiropractor, acupuncturist, all the other people we tend to go see when we have back pain. Very often back pain is treated in a mechanistic approach. And by that, I mean there's some mechanical reason why your back hurts. It's a herniated disc, so we're going to fix a disc. Or it's a narrowing of your spinal canal called stenosis. So we're going to do something for the stenosis. I'm aiming for more of not just a biopsychosocial approach, but immunological, everything. It's a whole person. So under the think category, there's three more bullets that we use in Retrain Back Pain. One is reframing your pain brain. The second is retraining your spine hygiene. And the third is relearning activities of daily living. So let's back up a second, because under the think umbrella is your mind and your mindset and your belief system. And this is pretty important to understand and to look at. One of the first questions I ask you when we start working together is, what's going on with your back? I don't ask you what your diagnosis is. I want to know what you think. And in that storytelling from you, I'm getting all sorts of subtext. I'm getting all sorts of understandings about things your doctors have told you, what you believe, how you feel discouraged or victimized, if you feel hopeful or hopeless. Very often, it's interesting because we sort of carry around the baggage of what other professionals, medical professionals, have told us. Like, you've got the spine of an 80-year-old. And this is bad. This is very, very bad, right? Those are not helpful. That's not going to help anybody get better. I don't know what the purpose in telling somebody young that they have the spine of an 80-year-old is. So I digress. What's interesting is that very often my clients haven't had an opportunity to say what they really think is going on. Like, I really think that 13 years ago when I fell down the stairs and broke my coccyx bone, that this is all related. Those stories for me are important. Like, I want to know, what are your theories that maybe your medical doctor isn't so concerned about? And then we end up carrying these beliefs, and our beliefs about pain and injury and self-care and exercise and nutrition and being healthy, it's loaded, man. It's just so loaded. And so all of that stuff comes with you with your back pain. And we want to unpack all of it and look at it and reorganize it and see if we can create new stories, right? So maybe you've been telling yourself this story about XYZ, and every time somebody asks, you tell the same XYZ story. Well, it's your story. You can tell yourself anything you want. I already know that some of you are rolling your eyes, like, Dinneen, I got this stuff in my back. Like, telling myself a new story is not going to help. They are not mutually exclusive. You can have all kinds of complex diagnoses going on with your spine. And I'm not negating their validity or that they may be causing pain. But you do have control over your belief system, and you do have control about what you think and how you continue to tell your story. And how you want your story to end up is directly related to what you tell yourself. So, in the think element of the Retrain Back Pain program, when we reframe your pain brain, we unpack some of these beliefs about pain. I help you understand how pain works in the body and how it is related to different things that you know and do and understand. We start to develop a new relationship with the stimuli that comes into our body, because pain is a construct. Pain is actually your brain interpreting noxious stimuli that comes into the body. And you have some autonomy about how that processing goes and what the outcome is. So reframing your pain brain is about understanding how pain works, understanding what your body is telling you, and starting to develop a new relationship with all this stuff. Just looking at it differently, thinking about it differently, feeling it differently. It's a big deal. It makes a big difference. The second bullet under the think element is retraining spine hygiene. So spine hygiene is how you take care of your spine. We have protocols and routines, and we understand that dental hygiene is very important because we've been told dental hygiene is very important for many, many years. But we haven't really been educated about spine hygiene, about how to take care of our spine on a day-to-day basis, be it walking or sleeping or warming up and cooling down from an activity. There's many things that you can do all day, every day that can improve your spine hygiene. And you know from your dental hygiene that if you let things go a little while, or you're not really paying attention to it, that your mouth starts to feel kind of gross, right? Your mouth starts to feel a bit neglected. Well, your spine is the same way. If you haven't known better, maybe you haven't known about spine hygiene until now, but now that you know about it, it's freaking glorious to be able to take care of your spine better. It's going to feel so much better. So that's the second aspect of the think element. And then the final aspect is relearning activities of daily living. And this is really relearning about movement, relearning posture. And sure, that's a movement concept. And we do go back into that in the move section. But really becoming mindful about everything you do, it's a big job. It is a big job to think about how you sit and how you stand, how you sleep, lift, carry, and how you move around all the other activities in your daily life. And when we work one-to-one with each other, I look at, if you're a 75-year-old retired golfer, or if you're a 27-year-old opera singer, or if you're a 36-year-old mom, right? Your activities that are involved in your daily living are going to be different. Some of them are the same. But when we work one-to-one, you get individualized, tailored for your life recommendations on how to improve the things that you do. And this is definitely work from home. Postures is way up there at the top. So I go over your work from home, and we go over how you drive your car, if you ride a bike, how your bike is fitted, how you empty the kitty litter, change the sheets on your bed, do your laundry. Vacuuming is a big pain generator for a lot of people. We go over how to vacuum if you vacuum. My free advice on the housekeeping tip, because housekeeping is a whole chapter of how to move your body better, because we house clean to get it over with. We're not housekeeping to improve our spine hygiene. Not until you meet me, and then you are. But my first tip to everyone regarding housework is, if you cannot do it, that would be the best solution. If you can hire out for your housework, even if it's not every single week. But if you can start to get some assistance with some of your housekeeping tasks until you're in a better place, that is highly advisable. So there's the free tip for the day, one of the free tips for the day. Relearning activities of daily living is a big one. And in certain cultures and certain countries, when you have back pain, occupational therapy would definitely take you through some of this stuff. Here in the US, that is not, I would not say that is what our physical therapists are doing with us when we go to them with back pain. They're going straight to sort of ice, heat, electric stim, and exercises usually. But I would argue that getting into the mindset, the belief system, spine hygiene, and relearning your activities of daily living is really a better place to start, because everything else is a lot easier when your day-to-day, minute-to-minute activities don't keep aggravating your pain triggers, right? So that's the think section. There's another little tidbit in the think section that I'm also going to share with you today, because you can get to work on this immediately, and that is assembling your team. So I'm really proud of the work that I do in Retrain Back Pain. I'm really proud of the results that I'm having with my clients. Nothing makes me happier than to hear from them about how much progress they're making, and that they're out of pain, and that they're returning to their regular activities and feeling like themselves again. It's my pride and joy, and I'm super psyched about my work and the impact it's having on my clients, and I love it. But I am not like I can teach you everything I know, but you still need doctors, you still need physios, you still need medical professionals. They are very important and very skilled. And one of the things you want to start to do is look at the people that you're currently working with on your medical team, and you want to assemble your team. You want to make sure that you have the team working for you now that you're happy with, that you want to continue working with, and start to gather up some new suggestions from friends, colleagues, and other clinical professionals about other people that might be helpful for you. Even if they're not helpful for you right now, or even if you don't have the money right now to pay for XYZ, like an acupuncturist or something, take the recommendations when they come, put them in a safe place, and start to build out a robust team of clinical professionals. And then one of the other things we do in the very beginning of my program is relearning how to manage those clinical professionals, how to assemble the team and then manage them so that you can get optimal results, so that we're not so passive when we show up. And that's all I'll say on the topic for now. So that's the first element of Retrain Back Pain, the think element, think mindset. There's a lot in there. It's super important, super valuable. A lot of my clients get that far and they're just like, whoa, no one's ever talked to me about this stuff before. It is incredibly, incredibly important. So I thank you for listening. I hope this was valuable for you. If it was, I'd love to hear back what was valuable, what was most helpful for you. And if you want to stay tuned in for when I go over the eat element and the move element, I'm going to do those in the next 2 podcasts. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you later.